you let go of expectations for people, but you also need to have discernment and be wise enough to know what you will or won't do, or what you will or won't deal with. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Amari Kalia, here with another video. As you guys saw from the title, I'm going to be telling you 6 things that I did to heal from my past. And this is going to be a really good video. I'm going to try to keep the time down because I'm really good with going on and on, but y'all know I'm just really passionate about this stuff. But we're just gonna get right into the video. So I wanted to say that one of the things that I have done recently to heal from my past is give my life to God. And when I went on my healing journey, it was really the senior year of college. It was almost 2 years ago, and giving my life to God was not something that I did back then. It's something that I've done here recently, but I just wanted to mention it because it has changed my life and it has helped me heal even more versus when I healed back almost 2 years ago. But basically, I just wanted to say that giving my life to God is something that really helped to change my mindset, change my perspective, and change how I view the world and how I view other people and the things that I have experienced and the things that I know that I will experience moving forward, or what God may or may not have in store for me moving forward. And so I just wanted to say that giving my life to God was something that I really needed to do and that I had done when I was a kid, but obviously I needed to do it again. I'm so grateful that I did it because it has really transformed my mind. So I just wanted to say that as one of my tips, but now I'm going to tell you guys the actual things that I did during the time of me going through my healing journey. So the first thing that I did was I went to therapy and I journaled a lot. So I was in college at the time and I was able to get a free therapist through like the student, I forgot what it was called, but basically I had a therapist, and I want to say I was in therapy for like a month or two. I wasn't in therapy that long, but I was happy to have somebody who wasn't biased and I was able to talk to and just explain like how I was feeling and everything that I had been experiencing at the time and before then. And journaling was really good for me because I was able to express how I felt right in that moment versus waiting until I talked to a therapist. And journaling for me was like freedom. Like I was able to free myself from my thoughts, and also I knew that my journal was a safe space for me. I was able to just really be honest with myself and say how something affected me and how something made me feel, and it was really a game changer for me. So therapy and journaling helped me out a lot. I have not been to therapy since then, and I still journal now, but I don't journal as much as I used to. I need to, but both of those things really helped me to really get through and really process like everything that I was experiencing. So the next thing I did was go into isolation, which all of these things that I'm talking about, I did them all together. So isolation, I did not go anywhere outside of home, work, gym, and class. I didn't do anything outside of that for about a month. And that really helped me out a lot because I stayed away from everybody who was causing me stress or putting me down or causing drama in my life. And that also includes family. Like I really just was to myself, and I used that time to really figure out what I was going through and what changes I needed to make. Isolation is different for everybody. It doesn't have to be a month. It can be a week, a few days, a year, a few years. It just depends on where you are in life, what your circumstances are, and how much time you need. We're all different. We all deal with things differently. Personally, I'm not the type of person who dwells on things for a very long time. But at the time, there was a lot of chaos going on in my life, so I really needed at least that month to really just get through things and be to myself. I think I even went on a social media break, which I'm really good for that. I love social media breaks. So I think that I deleted like Instagram off my phone, Twitter, like all the socials that I'm using. I isolated from that as well. Isolation is like the best thing you can ever do for yourself. even if it's just a day of like not talking to anybody and just being to yourself, is very healthy for you, because we don't realize how much time we spend with other people, how much we consume, how much we like take in other people's problems, opinions, ideas, perspectives. Like, it's cool, but to a certain point you have to really know who you are and know how you feel. And sometimes it takes you having to step away and really be by yourself to really know how you really feel about things. So isolation was really, really good for me, and it's always good for me. I still do that to this day. So the next two things are pretty much like mindset shifts that I grew, or I took on. So one thing, I realized that I cannot change the past. And that sounds very cliche, but we spend a lot of time focusing on what we could have did or what we should have did. Reflection is okay, but when you are so caught up in the past and what has happened before you, I think that you become anxious and you become paralyzed by it, and it's hard for you to move forward. So for me, I just realized that dwelling on the past is not going to help me move forward. The only way I can move forward is if I take action and I actually move forward. So basically, I just realized that what's done is done. What has happened, and I cannot change it. If you just realize that you literally cannot change what you have been through, all you can do is move forward and change how you respond and deal with things moving forward. I think it'll help to really shift things for you and help you to understand the control you do or don't have. So that was really big for me. I realized that, you know, even as a kid, like, things happen, but it's not anything that I can change, but I can change how things happen moving forward. The next thing, which is tip number 5, and this is something that I have always practiced since I was like in high school, but I kind of like got caught up in everything, but I let go of my expectations for people. I realized that hurt people. And my favorite quote that I used to always say in high school: no expectations, no disappointments. And the first thing that comes to my mind sometimes when I say that, I think it's so insane that we always expect every single person in our lives to tell us happy birthday. Like, it's so funny to me when I see people post like, if you didn't tell me happy birthday, we're done. And it's just like, why do you really expect people to tell you happy birthday? Like, obviously you want your loved ones to tell you happy birthday, because, you know, celebrating your day of birth is, you know, it's a big deal. But at the same time, it's very unrealistic to think that people are supposed to remember your birthday. Like, people you don't even talk to, people you haven't talked to in a long time, you're expecting them to tell you happy birthday. And if they don't type happy birthday, they're a bad person and you're done with them. That's on a small scale, but we expect so much out of people. We expect people to know exactly how we feel, know exactly what we want. But when you think about it, we all have our own lives. We all have our own struggles. Like every single human on this earth is experiencing a number of trials and tribulations and struggles. Like, there is not anybody on this planet who has not had any type of bad experience or negative experience in their life. We all are experiencing something. And when you realize that, it's like, there's no way that you expect people to give you their all, because they are dealing with their own thing. And I got my degree in social work, and so I really learned about trauma and how it affects people and how it affects how we respond to things and how we react to things. And for me, I realized that hurt people, and that people are pretty much a product of their environment. And they also live their lives based on their own perspectives and their own worldviews. So when you realize that, you start to realize that we are all just trying to figure it out. We are all human. We all experience things, and we are all just trying to figure out how we need to move forward, how we need to address problems and situations. So I realized that I cannot expect too much out of people. And not that I'm like giving people the free will to do what they want to me, but more so like I release having so much control over how people treated me and how people respond to me, or more so like I don't like being disappointed. And so if I don't want to be disappointed, just don't expect too much out of people, even your parents. Like, honestly, when you really think about humans, like, we're all just really big kids. Like, even as adults, we are all just still a product of like what we experienced as kids and like moving forward. We all have like experiences and things that have affected us, and it has caused us to see the world a certain way. So once you understand that, you start to realize that people are going to treat you based on how they think they should treat you. You just have to know, and you have to set up boundaries with yourself and with these people, and you have to know what you will and won't tolerate. So you let go of expectations for people, but you also need to have discernment and be wise enough to know what you will or won't do, or what you will or won't deal with. So like, I'm not going to expect anybody to do something for me, but if I notice that, like, say for instance, my partner, like, okay, if you don't help me out in certain ways, or if you don't want to do something for me, okay, I know how I need to move, but I'm not going to expect him to do everything for me or do something for me. I just know, like, okay, if he's not doing this for me, like, there's a red flag, you know? Certain things, like, y'all know how relationships are. Like, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you obviously need to have a certain standard that you go by, and you need to have expectations for that person. But when you first start a relationship with somebody, you can't really expect them to do everything for you, if that makes sense. So instead of having those expectations, you just need to know what you will or won't deal with. And once you see what that person will or won't do, then you act on that and you decide how you're going to move forward. But to just automatically go into every situation expecting the absolute best and expecting everybody to be the nicest and best person in the world, it's unrealistic. We don't live in a world like that. We live in a world where people act on their emotions. They act on how they feel or what they just experience. And so it's unfortunate that we have to deal with that, but you have to learn how to deal with it. And my advice is to let go of any hard expectations and understand that we are all human and that we are all trying to get through our experiences and the negative things that we have encountered. And once you do that, I think it'll be easier for you to have grace with people and to forgive people and to be more accepting and be more compassionate for others. So that is one of the things that I have done. But also, like, it really just releases, like, it helps you have more of a carefree, like, you don't care so much if people do or don't do certain things for you, because it's either you can do it for yourself or you just keep it moving. Like, if somebody don't compliment you, compliment yourself. Like, just don't expect people to do the things that you want. Like, if anything, do it for yourself, and whatever people do for you is just a bonus. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is how I really focus on my health journey. So I got more consistent with working out, eating healthy, learning about my body. And for me, that was just a game changer because it was something to look forward to. I was still like really heavy on my weight loss journey, so it was something for me to look forward to every day and something for me to put effort into, other than focusing on like therapy, journaling, and things like that. You know, it was kind of like my outlet, you know, going to the gym, going on walks, going running. Like, that was a time where I really started to hone in on like discipline and being consistent and having a routine. I was waking up like really early in the morning to go work out. So focusing on my health journey was very healthy for me. Obviously, it has gotten me to where I am today, and I'm so grateful for it. So I guess with that, I can just say, like, find something that drives you every day when you're on your healing journey. Like, although yes, you want to be going to therapy, you want to be journaling, you want to be, you know, isolating, like, just really focus on your mental health and your spiritual health. You also want to find something that you can be creative with, or find something that brings you joy. And so for me, my health journey was the thing that kept me going every single day. you know, I was literally going to the gym 5 days a week, and I still do that to this day. I hope you guys can take a tip from this video, or you know, you have any questions about my healing journey, just comment below and I will try to help you guys the best way that I can. But if anything, just start your healing journey, even if you're not going through anything bad right now. But if you know you still have some things from your past that you have not gotten over, start your healing journey. Go to therapy, start journaling, or if you can't afford therapy, you know, find a really close friend, or not even that, find somebody that you can trust who you know is not going to be biased, and just talk to them about what you have been through. But I will always advocate for finding a therapist and finding somebody who don't know you, who's very unbiased, and they can help you just talk through and think through the things that you are experiencing or have experienced. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next video.